Messi shows up for Inter Miami fans.
I love you, Mama! I love you!
As he puts on a show in the League's Cup while starting for Game 2. LeBron James Jr. is stable after suffering cardiac arrest.
You know, when you have two sons like I did that play for you, you just want them to be healthy.
As the basketball prodigy gets out of intensive care. The head of Miami-Dade Police is awake and talking as new details unfold. And UPS Teamster just secured a major win.
Shocked, but excited.
As UPS pays up and avoids one of the country's largest strikes in history. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Tanya Jimenez.
I'm Paloma Pimentel. Today is Wednesday, July 26, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Inter Miami is starting to click as Messi brings winning back to Drive Pink Stadium. A little Messi magic has gone a long way as the goals keep flowing for Inter Miami.
Today was beautiful, seeing Messi and this team that I like a lot. For many soccer fans, seeing Messi play in person is top of the bucket list. And for these fans, it came true tonight. I came from Argentina to see Messi. I was so excited that the best in history came here, and he is a lot closer to me. I put my whole family in debt to be here. I came here with my brothers wearing the same colors to match. Expectations were surpassed. Emotions were soaring.
I love you, Mama! I love you!
And this is only the beginning of something great.
We hit the South Beach, Miami earlier before here, and we originally flew in just like 2 days ago from Edmonton, Alberta, up in Canada.
Everyone's in love with Messi. He's the greatest to ever do it, and no one let me leave without letting me know.
We were just kind of a small community soccer team, and now Messi's here, and so obviously that goes without saying that it's pretty wild.
Magnificent, incredible. I came here with friends on vacation and made a dream come true of seeing him again. And with this shirt, incredible. Messi Mania will only continue to thrive, keeping all eyes on South Florida as MLS fans multiply all over the world.
The next League's Cup match for Inter Miami is Wednesday, August 2nd at Drive Pink Stadium.
South Floridians are flocking to the sea as Caplin's Kenya Cardone reports on the start of the lobster mini-season craze.
Fishermen were out and about early Wednesday morning at Crandon Marina in Miami. But most of them weren't out on the water looking to get the ordinary catch of mangrove snappers or common snook. They were out looking for lobsters. Wednesday, July 26 at 12:01 a.m. marked the start of Florida's lobster mini-season. It's a 2-day, heavily anticipated event and the only time of the year when spiny lobsters can be caught recreationally in Florida waters.
Well, the point of the 2-day season is so that recreational people have a chance to catch lobster. So when the regular season starts and the commercial fishing goes on, they catch a lot of lobster. Like when that happens, I can catch 250 per day. So they give the guys who can only catch 6 or 12 per day a chance to get a few before we go out there.
Take a look at this lobster that I'm holding right now. Remember, there are many regulations that get into this spiny lobster mini season. One of them being that they have to measure at least 3 inches. You got to check out those regulations. Indeed, local law enforcement and FWC agents were in position, ready to catch anyone who did not follow regulations. Here are a few. Divers must have a spiny lobster permit. There's a daily limit of 6 lobsters per person in Monroe County and 12 per person for the rest of Florida. The lobster's carapace must measure at least 3 inches, and night diving is prohibited in Monroe County. So South Florida, grab your tickle sticks, follow the rules, and go catch some sneaky spiny lobsters in the hiding. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Kenya Cardone.
The James family experienced a scary moment during practice. As Caplin reporter Valentina Gaspari reports, things escalated quickly for Bronny James.
It was during basketball practice at the University of Southern California when Bronny James, son of LeBron James, suffered a cardiac arrest and was immediately taken to the hospital. A family spokesperson spoke out about the tragic incident, saying that the 18-year-old was discharged from the intensive care unit and recovering in stable condition. While it is still unknown what caused the cardiac arrest, officials say that medical attention was instantly in effect at the scene.
Loss of consciousness and likely needed resuscitation, maybe even defibrillation, likely defibrillation at that time.
Sudden cardiac arrest are conditions that are severe even to the point when an electric shock is put to use. According to Dr. Jonathan Rayner, a CNN medical analyst, an estimated 2,000 cardiac arrests happen annually in people under the age of 25. Yet, for a man as young as James, it is uncommon for such a medical emergency to occur.
The United States as a whole, there are about 365,000, but it's very rare in young people. And the most common cause in a young person would be something like hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, which is a thickening of the heart muscle.
Although Bronny James is out of the ICU, it is still in question whether or not he will be able to continue to play for the university's basketball team. This type of medical event could possibly lead to disorders in the long run that can affect competitive sports and athletes. For Caplin News, this is Valentina Gaspari.
This morning, there are more updates on the Miami-Dade police director who shot himself. Freddie Ramirez suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound after a verbal confrontation with his wife. Miami-Dade Mayor Daniel Levine Cava said Ramirez is now stable after he underwent surgery, but he is still in critical condition. Ramirez was in Tampa for the state's Sheriff's Association conference.
UPS Teamsters reached a historic agreement protecting more than 340,000 workers. UPS and the Teamsters Union have reached a tentative deal on a new contract that raises wages for all workers, creates more full-time jobs, and provides dozens of new workplace protections and improvements.
This is what we hope for them to not only, treat us accordingly, but treat us better, treat us like we deserve to be here. We worked hard, we put in a lot of time and effort, people sacrifice a lot. So it's like, that's a start, and we're happy about that.
However, the fight isn't over just yet. To end the imminence of a strike altogether, the tentative agreement still needs to be ratified by about 340,000 Teamsters at UPS. That will take just over 3 weeks. A no vote could still trigger a strike, but it would now take place in late August.
Breaking news this morning, Rudy Giuliani admits to making false statements about Georgia election workers. Former Donald Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani has admitted to making false statements regarding election workers. The former President Donald Trump has claimed to have had tampered with ballots in Georgia during the 2020 presidential election.
The Marlins start off their series with the Rays as they look to get out of a bad run.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
And they will take your job because they will become significantly more productive than you will be if you're not able to partner with an AI model.
The use of artificial intelligence has become a part of our everyday lives. But do we really know the risks? Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by Panthertech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
The use of artificial intelligence is booming, and it's bringing along some serious job risks. Is artificial intelligence coming for your job? As Caplin's Hannah Spence reports, predictions are looking stark.
Is artificial intelligence coming for your job? There are growing signs that AI is already disrupting the global workforce, and experts say it's just the beginning.
There are people who will learn to use AI, and they will take your job because they will become significantly more productive than you will be if you're not able to partner with an AI model.
Goldman Sachs economists predicting 300 million full-time jobs could be affected by the latest wave of AI, which has created platforms like ChatGPT. And a new analyst estimates nearly 80% of women could be disproportionately affected by the adoption of AI. That's compared to 58% of working men, according to research from the University of North Carolina.
The world has changed. These are new tools. You can't fear them. You just have to learn to use them.
All that is already impacting nearly every industry, from art and music, where AI-generated songs are more affordable, since there's no producer, composer, or artist to pay.
It's taken away opportunity from songwriters, producers, and artists, right? So the people are trying to feed them, their families.
The manufacturing sector also selling an impact, and then there's fast food, where AI is already taking your order.
Classic or bacon barbecue mother cruncher.
Places like this Checkers restaurant in Iowa are already using AI for their drive-through window.
Whatever the guest says, it will react to that. It's crazy, and they'll just start a conversation.
Hannah Spence, Caplin News.
Coming back from his stellar start last week in St. Louis, pitcher Edward Cabrera looked to take Game 1 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Unfortunately, 3 runs were allowed in the 2 innings he pitched, and he was taken out due to a blister in his right hand. Infielder Joey Wendell scored on a wild pitch at the top of the 3rd inning, making it the only Marlins run of the night. The final score was Marlins 1, Rays 4. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking, let's go. You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I help our fellows design their paths as creative entrepreneurs. My experiences serving startups, creative businesses, and cultural organizations, and my journey as a queer mixed immigrant with Haitian and Arabic roots, inform the co-creative environment we foster at Radcliffe. We leverage our collective diversity to encourage the building of lifelong personal learning networks and mindsets that stimulate continuous innovation.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I am Paloma Pimentel.
And I'm Tanya Jimenez. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.